Hello everyone, it's Theme Park Avenue. I'm Eric, and today, because I'm not able to go to any theme parks, I thought I would review one that's in my home state that I don't go to very often, as I'm not super fond of it. That park is Universal Studios Orlando, and I'm going to review every ride there. A few quick notes: I'm not doing Islands of Adventure yet. If you want me to do that one, let me know. And the other thing is, I will be giving some 10s here, some 1s. The curve is based on rides here, because as a thrill seeker, a 10 at Universal Studios is like a 7 at Cedar Point. So, other than that, let's begin. Let's begin with one of the more thrilling rides in the park, Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. This ride is a big roller coaster. You go uphill vertically, and then the drop is not that steep. There's like 4 brake runs throughout the ride, and it does get kind of painful. So there are some issues with it. It is also not the most thrilling ride in the parks, but being able to listen to music and the fact that it's a large roller coaster at least make it a decent ride, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And now, Despicable Me, Minion, Mayhem. This is one of my least favorite rides in either of the parks. It's a pretty boring experience, not that fun, not super visually impressive. The station theming's nice, but it wasn't a very interesting ride, so I'm only going to give it a 4 out of 10. Now, Transformers the Ride is one everyone seems to love. They rave about it. I don't like it that much. It's like watching one of the bad Transformers sequels. The visuals are still nice, but the ride is loud, there's no real story, it gets kind of annoying. The elevator sections of the ride are really cool, but it's not as interactive as Spider-Man in Islands of Adventure, so overall, this one's good technically, but I wouldn't wait in a very long line to ride it again, so 6 out of 10. And now for Shrek 4D. Not really a ride like some things in studios, but God, I hate this one. It's like watching Shrek the Third with even more dumb pop culture references, like Donkey said, "I feel dead people" at one point. And it steals the plot from the Game Boy Shrek game. It's not fun. The 4D section is just hitting your head against the back of the seat. It's stupid. I don't like it. I would never ride it again. 2 out of 10. And now for some positivity. Revenge of the Mummy is easily the best ride at Universal Studios. The visuals and effects are really impressive, a good mix of screens and practical. The roller coaster is decently thrilling. It's a fun indoor Premier Rides coaster. I'd say it's not quite as thrilling as Runaway Mountain at Over Texas, but the theming elevates this one and makes it a really enjoyable experience, even if it's not the most thrilling ride out there. So I will give this, as far as Universal goes, a 10 out of 10. And now for another really good ride, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. This is a roller coaster, because you're on the track and you go through elements, but it feels more like a dark ride, because the theming is incredible. It's really well done. There are screens, but kind of interactive, and it's amazing and so good you have to wear 3D glasses to get all of the screen stuff in. I really enjoy this roller coaster, and even if it isn't anywhere near as thrilling as Revenge of the Mummy, it is a really, really impressive ride. So I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. Men in Black Alien Attack is a really fun shooting ride. I really enjoy the Steven Spielberg cameo where you shoot the guy with the newspaper. There's a lot of fun aliens, it's practical. I really enjoy this one. It's probably top 10 of the 2 parks. And I will note one thing, the operations are almost always around 10-15 seconds. And that's one of the coolest things about the ride. The theming, of course, is great, but it is more or less just a fun shooting ride that isn't super amazing, so I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. One of my favorites in the park, next, the Simpsons Ride. I still watch The Simpsons. I love them. I think they're hilarious. And this ride is just as hilarious as they are. All sorts of great jokes. Not a whole lot of pokes at the actual show, but I really enjoy the premise. The visuals are fun. It's a pretty interactive motion simulator. Definitely the best motion simulator in the park. And the station is well themed and plays clips from Simpsons episodes. The one issue is that you can kind of watch a POV from home and understand the whole ride, but I really enjoy it, and I'm really hoping they make a steamed hams ride one day. 8 out of 10. Next up is another Simpsons themed ride, King and Kodos Whirl and Twirl, Twirl and Hurl, Hurl and Twirl. You know what? It doesn't matter. But it's just another one of those Dumbo rides. You go around in a circle, can go up, go down. There is a little bit of funny stuff with the aliens talking, but it's nothing special. 5 out of 10. E.T. Adventure, don't hate me for this one, is not my favorite. I know it's an older ride and I shouldn't be too hard on it for not being quite as impressive, but you get in this weird bike vehicle, go above the town, which is kind of cool, but you can't really make anything out. This is why I don't like Peter Pan's Flight. You're way too high up to see anything going on, and that does kind of distract from this. And then you go to E.T.'s Planet, which I can only call Gilroy Gardens' marijuana trip. It's ridiculous that they just put a bunch of vegetables in. Now, the one fun thing about the ride is that you get to hear E.T. say your name. I said my name was Batman, so I could hear E.T. say Batman, but you know what? It's an okay ride, I guess. But for now, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, and would not mind if they removed this for a Super Nintendo world. Yes, I put Woody Woodpecker's Nuthouse Coaster above E.T. as a score. It's a fun ride. It's a decent Vekoma Jr. coaster. You kind of go around a loop, sort of, go through some turns. Decently intense kiddie coaster. Some fun Woody Woodpecker theming. And it's just a pretty enjoyable roller coaster. Clearly small, but honestly more thrilling than the Harry Potter coaster. One of the newest rides is Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon. Another motion simulator. This one, you can really tell you're not moving. There is some fun stuff with Jimmy Fallon, and you see a large hashtag panda on the Empire State Building. A bit of fun 3D stuff, but it's just kind of like watching a movie. Points for the amazing station theming, though. You wait in the queue, you're like in NBC headquarters, you can watch the Ragtime Gals perform. And I do enjoy, overall, the experience of the ride, though it's not really anything that special. 6 out of 10. And here it is. Fast and Furious Supercharged. One of the newest rides in the parks, and God, do I hate this one. I thought Shrek 4D was bad when I went on my first visit. This is terrible. It's so lame. And by the way, this one is a ride. You don't sit in a theater for this one. It's a ride. You go around. And they try to make you feel like you're going super fast and furious, going around helicopters and all that. But it's so lame and boring. There's not even seatbelts in the cars. This is very similar to Kong Skull Island, but at least that one had some pretty cool station theming and some nice visuals overall. This one's just cars, and the plot is you're going to an illegal party, which I pictured there and put some fire over because this ride can burn for all I care. It's so dumb. I would not let kids ride this because of the weird partying that they see. They use H-word, I believe, which I don't use in my videos. I'm for good boys and girls. They have a lot of weird violence, and there's no stakes. You just feel like you're sitting in a bus. It's such a dumb ride and hard to look at, hard to get through. I had no line and it wasn't worth it. And being that it was brand new when I went, I thought there'd be pretty long lines. I don't understand why they thought this was a good idea. I really hope they close this ride really soon, even though it's new. I just do not enjoy this one at all. 0 out of 10. My least favorite ride in Florida. That's it. I hate this. And then I'm just going to mention the train going between the two parks, Zygon Alley to Hogsmeade. It's kind of fun. You sort of see stuff reenacted from the books and movies. You see the big purple magic bus. It's just getting you from point A to point B, but a little bit of fun. I don't really know how to rank it amongst the other rides because it is a transportation thing, so it doesn't count out of 10, but I enjoy it, even though the lines get way too long. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do an Islands of Adventure one of these, or another Florida park, like Disney stuff. And I'm very sorry that I got a bit too angry at that Fast and the Furious ride, but I encourage you to not ride it when the park reopens. Subscribe to the channel for more content. I'll see you guys next time.